Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Woman Empowerment Series today. And I'm most delighted and honored to have a very special guest with me is Siew Yen. Hi Siew Yen, how are you?
Hi, how are you, Farisha? Good to
I'm
meet
good.
you.
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Okay, thank you so much for being in my show, Woman Empowerment
Yeah,
Series. And
yeah, my
I've
pleasure.
been following you online. I've been following you on LinkedIn, and I really like the work that you do. So, can you tell me more a bit about yourself?
Yeah, sure, no problem. So I'm actually a branding and communications professional, but I'm also a certified life coach, and I've written two books. So the first two books that I've written is this books here. So one is Be Happy Now, and the second book is Being Happy in Tough Times. And I'm currently working on my third book, which is called Being Happy at Work. So I'm actually very passionate and excited in terms of how I can make others feel happier and find more meaning in their lives as well.
Okay, because I have been actively following you online and I've seen your work on LinkedIn. And what makes you passionate to help others?
Well, I think it's very important for us to know that happiness is not about just getting more money or saying other things that making people feel happy about us. I feel that what is important is knowing what we want in life and how we can transform that into things that we want to achieve as well. Yeah, so I think that these are very important concepts in terms of understanding what happiness is about.
Okay, can you describe the most challenging moment in your life, in your career, and also your life? And how do you get through it? How do you overcome those challenges?
Okay, so maybe I can give you my personal example. So I actually went through a divorce about 7 years ago, and I think that was a very difficult, life-changing experience. But I felt that I did not want to let that event define who I am or define my happiness because I could not no longer rely on somebody else to make me happy. So I felt that I needed to do something to change that. So I actually took a course to become a coach, and that is when I started reading about self-help books, transforming myself into becoming more ready about understanding the concepts of happiness. So that is my personal challenge. In terms of my professional challenge, I was also working in a company, and in that company, at that point in time, I was leading a team. But then, due to some restructuring, they said that the team I was leading was no longer required in the new design. So I was quite worried because I had just hired a few new people to the team. So I was actually more concerned about their livelihoods. But I think as a leader, you need to give them assurance and give them support, moral support. That's really important. So thankfully, we managed to secure new roles in the same organization. So I think it was good that all of us, shared our emotions, but give support to each other as well. So those were the two most difficult challenges I faced in my life.
Okay, and the next question, what does woman empowerment means to you in your own words?
Yeah, so I think women empowerment is about knowing how to be in charge of your life and knowing that you do not need to rely on someone to make you happy, and you do not need to wait for others to give you permission to live your life. Sometimes when we're young, we always say that, oh, I need to rely on my parents, I need to get my parents' approval, I need to get, maybe your partner's approval, but you don't need that. As long as you believe in your goals and your dreams and you feel that what you're doing potentially helps someone or make something better, by all means go for it. And I think women empowerment is about making your own choices and understanding that you have the choice to make the decisions in your life.
Yes, and I totally agree with you on that, Siew. Yeah, because happiness starts with you. You have to be
Yes.
happy with yourself and you have to find the happiness and you also have to love yourself first, self-love. So self-love
Yeah.
and care is very important.
Yes, that's right. So self-love is actually the first step in doing self-care as well, because most of the time we feel that we don't deserve that self-love, which is not true. So I actually want to go on in terms of the key messages that I want to share with women. It's very simple. The first one is that I'm strong. A lot of us think that we are not strong enough to go through challenges, but in actual fact, most of us are still standing and we've survived all 100% of our worst days, right? So we need to understand that we are strong. And the second one is we must say that I am enough. No, this is like an affirmation, because we always think that we're not good enough. I think as women, we've been designed from young to say that the latest diet trends or the latest makeup or gimmicks. And I feel that it's good. I mean, it's good to empower yourself with these tools to make you feel confident. But I think you need to know on a personal level that you are enough already. You do not need all this artificial, validation from others. If you believe that you are enough, it makes it easier to face your life as well. And the third thing is, I deserve to be happy. I think as women as well, we are actually very nice people. We always think that we put the happiness of others first. So we always say that, is my partner happy? Is my boss happy? Is my children happy? But if we are not happy, it can actually be detrimental because we need to make sure that we are happy first before we can give happiness to others.
Okay, now it's the next question. Okay, I want to know who are the most inspirational women leaders that you admire in Malaysia and also internationally? Who are the prominent women figures that you admire as an idol, as an icon, that you look up to her and like, wow?
Okay, thanks for the question. So in terms of Malaysia locally, I actually like Ras Adiba Razzie. She actually came to give a speech at my company, and I was so impressed because she's actually paralyzed. She's in a wheelchair, but as you know, she was a former newscaster, and she's actually a Paralympian. She's now a senator, and she's such a strong spokeswoman for so many people. And when I heard her talk, she was actually very vulnerable. She actually said that she suffered depression after the accident that caused her paralysis. But it was just miraculous in terms of how she was still able to, maximize her life. And she even climbed, a lot of, I think she climbed Mount KK, if I'm not mistaken. So it was really inspirational to see what she has done and to see what she could do to help others. And I felt that she was such a strong role model for people in Malaysia. Definitely Ras Adiba.
Okay, and how about internationally? Who do you look up to as a role model, a woman idol, international figure?
So in terms of international, I would like to say Malala Yousafzai. So she's the youngest Nobel Peace Prize winner. So she is the girl that was shot by the Taliban because she wanted to stand up for her rights to get an education in Pakistan. So I think in her home country, boys are usually prized over daughters in terms of getting education. And the amazing thing was that her father actually supported her. So she was still able to, go to school, but then the Taliban actually stopped the education. So she was shot by the Taliban when she was in the van. But she managed to overcome that tragedy, and now she's a champion for women's rights and also for girls' education around the world. So I think, and the fact is that she's still so young and she has so much potential. So I think a lot of us can learn from her. And I think everyone should watch her acceptance speech for the Nobel Peace Prize. It really reflected her maturity and also her sense of humor as well. Yeah.
Okay, and we have reached to the final question. Okay, and what is your advice to the young ladies out there and also to the young generation out there, the Gen Z, the millennials?
All right. So when I think about that question, I think about the time when I was very young as well. I think it's normal to feel insecure and to feel lost sometimes. But I think as long as you're putting one step ahead and just to do it, you don't need to know all the answers. I think most of the time we feel that we need to know everything before we can do something, or we need to be perfect. I think we learn the best when we learn from our mistakes. We need to just have the courage to take those steps that we want in terms of achieving our dreams. We do not need to know all the answers, but as long as we have a goal, we just need to form a plan in terms of how we can achieve the goal. And the main thing is that you need to believe in yourself, because if you don't believe in yourself, it's very hard for you to take those steps to achieve that goal. And I think once you get that self-belief, it doesn't matter what everyone says about you. Because I can be frank, when I wrote the book, even my parents were questioning me, why do you want to write the book? And I did not actually get a lot of support when I became a coach or an author. But I felt that it has the potential to help someone. So as long as you feel that whatever you're doing has the ability to make something better or to help someone's life, it doesn't matter what anyone says. You just need to go ahead for it and just do it. Yeah.
Okay, and before we end our show, can you tell us how can people get a copy of your book if they want to follow your work online, on your coaching, and also they want to get a copy of your book? How can they be in touch with you?
Okay, so they can go to my website. So it's www.behappynow.my. So I'll probably share the link with you later as well. But yeah, I'll be more than happy because the books are really easy to read, and it's actually targeted for young working adults or even senior people as well, because it's very simple concepts that I learned from my own life, and I think it's to make it more relatable as well. It's also based on my past failures and experiences in terms of what I could have done to make myself happier. So another thing I wanted to add is that I've read a book also. It's called The 5 Regrets of the Dying. And one of the regrets is that I wish I had allowed myself to be happier. So we shouldn't, wait for our whole lives to be happy. We can actually be happy now.
Yes, be happy now. I like that.
Yes.
Because you have to be happy at the present moment.
Right.
And you have to live your life, to the fullest, because we only have one life. We have one chance, we have one life. So we have to, do the best. Yeah. And also make it to the fullest. Yes. And most important thing is don't give up. That is my motto. That is my mantra. Do not give up. Your mind. Yeah. You need to have a very strong, positive mindset. Because when you have a strong positive mindset, you can grow. You can grow out of adversity. You can grow in, any environment if you have a strong positive mindset. Yeah, even though that you have faced so many challenges, but you can grow out of adversity if you have the willpower and a strong positive mind to get over it, to get through the challenges. So I like that. I really like that, Siew Yen. Be happy now.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, because I used to, some people are stuck in the past. And for myself, I sometimes live too much in the future. I worry too much, like, how am I going to retire? How am I going to make money and all that? But, living too much in the past or the future is not going to help. So that's why you need to be present in the moment. Yeah.
Okay, and can you share with us your social media handles, your Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, or you have Clubhouse, so for people to get in touch with you and also connect with you socially online?
Yes, so in terms of Facebook and Instagram, you just need to look for the handle Siew Yen, SIEWYEN coach. And I'm also on LinkedIn with my full name, Siew Yen. I'm not on a Clubhouse yet. Yeah, probably I'll get on that platform soon. But yeah, my website and those are the main social media platforms that I'm on. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Siew Yen. Thank you so much for sharing your journey, sharing your story, and also sharing your inspiration and motivation on my podcast, Women Empowerment Series. And I hope for those of you who are watching this video, I hope you are motivated, inspired by the sharing of Siew Yen just now. And don't forget to connect with her online on her social media, on her Facebook, LinkedIn, and also Instagram. Till then, stay safe, take care, bye.
Bye.